According to the China haters and according to Western media, China is collapsing.
This is probably the only true statement that this English Muppet has ever made. A warm welcome to the channel. My name is James. This is the James N. Cooper Show. It's Friday the 20th of October 2023. This gentleman here is a guy called Jason Lightford, and he's been living in China for 12 years. He's got a wife, he's got a kid, and that bit's all fine. But he is one of these CCP shills. Basically, they tell him what to do and he makes a video, and he does have quite a few subscribers, like 372,000, which is quite a lot. So, don't know. Again, what I think, if you tell lies on YouTube, you seem to get a lot of high views with this. And he's claiming that the Chinese economy is actually doing quite well. Well, let me just show you how we can debunk this. I want to call him an idiot, but I'm not going to. I'm just going to say Muppet. This is what he claims he claims this is Western media, and it is, granted, but he just is going to deny all of this.
They're not going to plan with China's economy.
It comes as China's economy faces a crisis.
I'm sort of in the camp that China might be collapsing, actually. So, you know.
So, does China have an economic crisis? Well, yes and no in some aspects, but I would say quite a large percentage is in problems. You could say like the rest of the world. China is doing the old thing, fake it until you make it. Is unemployment in China rising? China is facing the growing list of problems. Real estate, semiconductor bans, and youth employment is risen to 21% as of May 2023. That's 15.42 years. So many videos on YouTube, for example, of a guy who's been and studied overseas. He's got a master's in engineering, and his job, well, he works as a delivery driver in Shanghai, for example, because he's unable to find an engineering job. That's how difficult it is. So why can't these people find jobs if the economy is doing so well? If the economy is doing well, surely that's going to be it's going to be easier to find a job. They don't go into that. They will just mislay it, and they will go about the economy related to growth of 5%. Yeah, that's 5% of the whole circumference of it. And that 5% is actually tiny indeed. But that's what they're averaging on. And they're faking it and milking, not necessarily the figures, but milking the way they're telling you to go, oh, China's doing quite well. In some aspects, yes, it is doing it is doing quite well. But in other aspects, it's no, definitely not. And they would show videos, what I just shown you just now, how wonderful China is. And in that aspect, yeah, these are real things in China, but this is just a tiny percentage. Now, remember, China is like the fourth largest country in the world. It has a population of 1.4 million. Not all of China is just bricks and mortar and beautiful images. There are some poorer places, but of course, they're not going to show that when it's a propaganda video about all the wonderful things. This guy, Mr. Jason Lightford, shot himself in the foot because we can talk about the housing problem. And that's 25% of the GDP in China itself. 25% is the housing problem. And he shot himself in the foot because he made a video like this.
To my 2-floor penthouse apartment. Yes, we are on the top floor. We've still not put in the stairs yet. Nothing has been done. We're trying to
It looks quite nice. Now, this video that he made was 3 or 4 days ago, not too sure when, but this particular bit of the video is a house or a apartment or a penthouse that he said he bought a year ago. And this is exactly the same, and it hasn't been, the stairs have not been installed. So the housing problem, even he is omitting it in a very indirect way because he thinks you're not going to go and check out his other videos. But I did see this video about a year ago related to, I've got this brand new house. But here's the whole thing. Is it really his house, or has he bought it? Don't know, because he just moved into an apartment about 14 months ago. So why would you move into a rented apartment and then go and buy another house? Why didn't you just stay in your old one? You're going to save money. Doesn't make sense. Now we can move on here. this is the unemployment rise. And this is the main concern, that people can't get jobs. So obviously, if they can't get jobs, the economy is not working. And of course, the Western media, oh, I need a coffee. As they so-called the Western media, how China made its housing crisis. And if you have followed the China vlogs or my videos, you would see the reason how with that. So I got no problems with people like myself. I've lived in Asia for about 30 years. I've done quite well with it. But these propaganda videos, when they sort of deny everything from the West, it sort of is an order directly from Xi Jinping, make a video like this, or from the Chinese central government, make a video promoting China again and again and again, and only do the positive, don't do the negative. It's really frustrating, and you just wish they would tell the truth, and you feel like they are unable to tell the truth. So it's not the people, lovely people, but it's the people who are suffering in China. Not everyone. There are so many billionaires and millionaires, etc., in the big cities, but the people who don't make it and they have to suffer. It's the old scenario, the rich get richer and the poor get poorer. So is China's economy collapsing? In one aspect, yeah. Will it get back to normal? Most probably, but we will actually never know the whole truth about China unless you're in that inner circle of the government. Thank you so much for your time. I hope it was useful. God bless to all. My name is James. Bye-bye for now. Cheers.